What's up, everybody? Appreciate you guys coming back to the channel. Honestly, we fucking love you guys. I have to say that before I say anything else. Absolutely love our fans, love the audience. Guys, keep coming back. But listen, let's get to the important stuff, all right? We made history with this podcast. Purple Miami, the fucking legend of Miami hospitality, okay? We filmed this episode in the Versace Mansion, all right? We were told, yo, it's gonna be shut down. We pulled up, lunch service happening, but yo, we don't fold, all right? We filmed the fucking podcast live in front of like, I don't even know, maybe like 70, 80 people while they're having lunch. We walked in, they thought we were fucking famous. It was hilarious, but honestly, an amazing podcast. Purple's a fucking crazy dude. You gotta hear some stories. He's literally helped out the greats in Miami. And with that being said, let's get into this episode.
They know that I go flip mode when I bust the rhymes. Man's on a different thing, man, I told him 100 times. I did a bunch of crimes, and none of them were done for the vine. So you can take that bullshit and stick that where the sun don't shine. The summer's up, it's about to get real cold. Late nights in the studio with the bros.
Welcome back to the MBH podcast, Money Buys Happiness. Guys, we're in a different location today. Noosh, where we at, bro?
Listen, if you're watching right now, you're probably like, where the fuck are these guys? We are at the Versace Mansion, all right?
Yes.
This is iconic.
Yes.
Yo, this was home to the icon, Gianni Versace. And now it is a full-blown restaurant hotel. And we got the Miami plug in front of us.
Ooh.
Obviously, that's how we're here. We didn't just show up here and they let us do this shit, you know? So we got the man in front of us. We got Purple Miami here. Thank you, brother, for coming.
I'm so happy to be here, guys. Very, very, very happy to be
Yo,
here.
thank you for making this happen, first of all.
You know, just one phone call
I just
away.
I think it's like we just said, the first podcast in the Versace Mansion.
No, definitely. Now that I thought about it, it's like I don't think it's ever been done.
No way,
Bruh.
no chance.
We would have
No
known.
chance.
You would have known too.
No, I would have known, but yeah.
So like this is legendary. We're doing this.
Man, listen, live and direct. And guys, before we get into
We
it,
had to do it right.
no,
Yo, this is nuts, bro.
iconic. But before we get into it, guys, if the audio is a little bit hectic, we're in a fucking fully functioning restaurant, all right? So keep
Yo,
that in
people eating
mind.
pasta around us and shit, drinking wine, bro. It's happening right now.
So listen,
But listen, we got Purple Miami here.
yes,
We've been wanting to have you on, to be honest. We're big
Yeah.
fans of Miami. We're big
Yeah.
fans of you and what you do. We come from Nightlife as well. So there's a little bit of appreciation there too for what you've done. I want to go way back though, right? Everyone knows that you're popping now. You know all the celebrities. You got all the plugs, but we really want to know how you started, to be honest, right? So let's take it way back, like I guess before hospitality.
Right.
Maybe as a teenager. I'm not sure when you started, but take us back.
The thing is, back in high school, I was like I've said numerous times, I was a popular kid, right? But the cool popular kid, not the cocky one.
Okay.
Not the one that was a bully or ever. I protected people. I joined a lot of clubs like Best Buddies that help the kids with the mental.
Okay.
And it all the pep rallies, they will chant my name and I didn't even know why. You know, I think it had a lot to do with the fact that I had a nickname.
Okay.
You know, Purple.
Okay.
You know, and it put me in a different space. You know.
Yeah.
And therefore, not only that, my best friends were seniors when I was a freshman. So if you were friends with seniors,
Cool guy.
you were cool.
Yeah.
And what that meant is that I kept getting invited to all these house parties.
Okay.
Back in the days, like my days, house parties were the shit.
Yeah.
Like that movie, what's it called?
Project X.
Like
X.
shit like
Yeah,
that,
that's
you know?
lit.
And where I'd be, it's where everybody wanted to be, you know? So another thing is I was friends with private school kids.
Okay.
And they had better houses, better quality girls.
Yeah. Bigger budgets.
Bigger budgets, you know. And I said, and then one time, one of the guys that went to Columbus, like a private school here for all boys, and he was like, "Yo, let me invite you to this." I was like, "Why don't you come to this? We rented out a sports bar. Why don't you come over and invite whoever you want?"
All right.
I go, "Yeah, no remember, no social media, no nothing.
All
You know,
word of mouth
I
kind
think
of
it was
thing.
beepers and emails,
Okay.
or not even. I mean, maybe an email, but anyways, I showed up with like 50 people. I got paid the next day like $500 cash. I was
$10 a head.
I was 17, something like
shit.
16, you know,
Okay.
20 something plus years ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, this is a thing.
Yeah.
And I was never the school guy. I did go to school. I attended school because I loved the attention of being the popular kid in high school.
Yeah.
But I never attended classes.
Okay.
So I dropped out, and then obviously I took it more seriously. I started looking at it more of as an entrepreneurial way,
Okay.
in the sense that I would go to the places and rent them out and run them.
Throw your own jams. Yeah.
And I would had people work under me, and then I would pay off everybody, you know,
Yeah.
pay off the DJs,
Of course.
and then whoever I partnered up with, you know, we split it 3 ways, 4
Yeah.
ways, you know. So it became a thing, you know, where I was like, this was real money, you know. And out here, you know, and then as I got older, my crowd got older, and that moved me to Miami Beach, where we are now, and then that meant more money, you know.
Of course.
And I blew up here.
Yeah.
Like the owners of the clubs took me in right away, and I started working right under them, and I wasn't even of age to be in them.
Yeah.
I was 20 when I started working at the clubs here, and I was getting paid under the table because I was so good. I'm bringing the best quality girls, you know. So back then, you've only had like with you can count on your fingers how many people you could get into the clubs. You know,
Yeah.
like 10 people. If you knew these 10 people, you got into the best clubs.
Yeah.
Other than that, you were fucked. You know. And back in the days, the doormans were like the fucking, you know, the guys a wall. They're like straight up walls.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
If you know them, good. But if you don't, you're not getting in. You know. It was very VIP driven back in the day. So you had like the most beautiful crowd, you know, back in the days. It was very exclusive, very selective. You would have like Paris Hilton in one table. You will have Snoop Dogg in one table, you know. And this was like every week recurring, you know. And yeah, the Miami Beach was what blew me up, you know. And then at the same time, around the same time is where I met Dave Grutman, you know.
Yeah, which we're definitely going to talk about that relationship. So you were 20 years old. You're not from Miami Beach.
No, I'm from Costa Rica.
Okay, so when did you move out here? When you were 20, you're saying?
Not right around. No, right after Hurricane Andrews. So maybe I might have been 10 or 11 years old, around 94.
Wow.
I don't know if you guys were born.
93. I'm 93.
96. I wasn't there yet.
But let's make this clear though. You look much younger than you are, bro.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It's genetics, honestly.
Shout out the genes though.
Yeah.
So at that time, because like I said, like we started in Nightlife.
Hold on, before you asked me, I know one of you asked me, I didn't speak a word of English.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Zero.
So what, you were just putting yourself out there and learning, just had to learn.
You just go to school, right?
I was so obsessed with learning English that I was fluently within 5 months.
Wow.
Because I didn't want to, I came in the middle of a school year and everyone was looking at me. So when you're a new kid in the middle of a school year, no one would talk to you. And well, the thing is, it was very easy in Miami because it's very bilingual here. You know, Spanglish everywhere.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that hard, but I became obsessed with learning, with wanting to talk to other kids.
Yeah.
You know? And I think I wrote 1,000 sentences like every other week.
Wow.
And I watched TV and I compared my notes and the subtitles. And by the time I got to middle school, I was fluent in English.
Oh, so you were driven to learn.
Oh my God, I was obsessed.
So I guess when you came here, what inspired you about Miami? Because we got here, I mean, we always come here and we're fucking hella inspired by Miami. Just the air, like everything you see around you, that inspires us.
I was forced. My parents wanted a better life.
Yeah.
I was already 10 years old, so I had a crush on a girl back in Costa Rica. I had like my group of friends, you know.
Yeah.
So I was kind of rebellious about moving here, you know.
Okay.
But turns out it was the best decision they've ever made, you know.
Yeah.
100%.
We've come here before. I came here in '89 or '88 when you guys were -4, and we came to Disney World, and my dad cried just because I remember the only time I think I've ever saw my dad cry was when he brought all of us here as a family trip. You know, he didn't even cry when his parents died, but he cried when he brought us here. You know, just so we could experience Walt Disney, whatever. What's it called? Disney World.
You're saying like happiness, he was crying.
He was so happy.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, wow. And I remember that, you know, I must have been like 7 or 8, you know?
Yeah. And how was your family like growing up? Were they supportive of what you wanted to do?
So supportive.
Yeah.
Even that's one of the main reasons why I think that if I don't drink or smoke to do any of that, you know, because they were tough on me in the sense that they wanted a better life for me, but at the same time, they were always very free with me. Like, it's your life, do what you want, even as a kid, even as a teenager, you know, and I wasn't even an adult, you know. When I made the decision to drop out of high school, it was because the vice principal called me and she goes, listen, you come to school, but you don't go to class. If you really want to graduate, you would have to do Saturday school for the next 2 years. You will have to attend extra she broke it down for me. She goes, why don't you drop out and get your GED, which means your high school diploma, and so that way you could eventually graduate with your friend. I didn't care, about graduating my friends. Like, she literally, I don't care. But I called my mom and she asked me. She goes, "What do you want to do?"
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I told my mom, I'm like, this and this happened. They want me to drop out. So what do you want to do?
Wow.
I go, I think it makes sense. I think I'm wasting my time here.
Yeah.
She goes, come home. Never went back to high school again.
For her to understand that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Because usually as a parent, you're like, no, you got to stay in school.
And it was kind of weird because they come from like poor countries,
Yeah, usually they're more strict when it comes to that type of stuff.
And I and that, just the fact that they were so supportive of me, I never wanted. So I saw so many of my guy friends get in trouble, go to jail, do stupid shit,
Let their family down.
Yeah, so I didn't want to hurt my parents, and I guess I was like, fuck it, if I don't drink, if I don't do any of this stupid shit, then my judgment will be better,
And that was stuff that you were seeing around you at that time, like a lot of people doing
definitely, like I didn't grow up in the best neighborhood, so a lot of my close friends were getting in trouble for doing stupid shit, like little kid shit, and I didn't want to let my parents down,
But bro, you never had a sip of alcohol?
Never on record, never.
Wow.
Yo, you know what's
never.
great?
I've picked up stuff by mistake,
Yeah.
because I like drinking Red Bull or cranberry juice or water,
Sure.
So
Yeah.
so when I'm not looking, I pick up someone and I taste it. I've tasted it 1,000 times and I put it down, but has it ever been my choice? Never.
Wow.
And every time I've tasted it, it's like, how the fuck do people drink this?
Yo, okay.
Now we're seeing this, but I want to take it back. I want to take it back because, like I said, we were promoters. We're from Nightlife. That's how we built our network as well, right? But like we're going out and like people are expecting us to drink because like we're the host.
Yes.
So it's like, how did you bypass that?
Especially with the level of
Or you
people
just
that
throwing
you're
shots
with.
behind your back?
I'll tell you. There's a few stories about that. There's the fact that I kept telling a lot of people that I didn't drink, but there's also clients that were like you order for me, let's drink something, And obviously I'm gonna order Dom P or Cristal, So the waitresses automatically already knew how to match the drink, So they will give me a glass of Red Bull, So yeah, there's been a lot of rumors of me like, oh, I've seen you drink before. Yeah, because it's been either Red Bull and then to match tequila, they'll just give me water, But no, one of the questions that I get asked the most, like, how did you do it being around this so often? It's easy. I've never done it. So I don't know
it's
any.
Not like you tried it and then you had to stop it.
Yeah, I've never started. I didn't know any other way, And again, and then that's where my brain came into work and came into like it was telling me, like, listen, if you don't drink, you could make something out of it.
This industry, yeah.
And how it became so successful we live, and how I moved up the ladder and live with the company and Dave is because I stayed sober.
Yeah.
While everybody was getting fucked up and trying to hook up with girls, I did the opposite. I gave out my business cards. I make sure I kept in contact with all the new clients, all the girls, since I wasn't trying to fuck them or anything, they were coming with me,
Yes.
And then year 1 and year 2 were tough for Liv, but I was building my network,
Yeah.
until I became, one of the main guys in the company.
Because like we even know too, like even in the nightlife industry, you see a lot of guys and they get lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
And they don't have like, it's tough, bro. It's a different world when you're in nightlife,
You need discipline, man.
And if you're not thinking of the future and like, okay, why am I actually doing this right now or building this network? You were already thinking that, which is huge.
Yeah.
Right? Is there a reason why you were already thinking that? Like, did you see someone around you that you were like, I don't want to be like that?
Honestly, no. I don't know. No, not really, because again, I respect that. I'm not God. I'm not a God. I can't judge you,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I've always been okay with it, if you're an adult and you want to do what you want to do, that's up to you,
Yeah.
But
my bro, I think some people would call you a god though, still in my head.
yeah.
I'm curious, the name, I have to ask, Purple, where did it come from?
I used to wear a purple shirt when I first moved to Miami. So being that I was new in the middle of a school year in elementary, the kids that didn't know my name, they started calling me Purple, and it got stuck, to the point that some close friends of mine that know me for decades, don't even have the slightest clue of what my name is, you know. Even Dave and other owners before, they were signing checks like, who the fuck is this guy I'm paying so much, you know?
Check is in Purple Miami.
No, now it does, because I have a company, you know.
Okay, so even like, how are you building your network at the beginning with no social media and stuff like that? What was like your recipe for building?
Oh my God, I've done it all. You know, I've done it all from passing out flyers in the middle of the night, you know, while everybody's sleeping. You know, I've constantly saving all these emails. You know, back then when no social media was emails. You know, so I used to have they started creating programs where you would do like the mass emails. You know, but then that gets too annoying, you know, and pretty much I started when you get personal with someone, you know, and that's when you take your time and you send out like, hey, Robert, come tonight, you know. And then you will copy and paste, but then you will switch the name, you know, and then maybe something that you know about them, you know,
of course,
and people would like that, you know. People will like if it's something personal and that they catches your attention, you know, they'll hit you back, you know.
And even in person too, I'm sure like you were treating people really well when they were coming out, and like, because that was like, you had to be more of a physical presence at that time. You didn't have the social media, right, where they can see what you're doing, and you didn't have to explain who you are now because of socials. But
and humbleness, you know,
100%.
I couldn't be cocky for even if you paid me, you know. It was something that I always was born with, you know. I know where I come from, you know.
So were you helping like everyone at the beginning, like? Or were you just like trying to build like a VIP status kind of thing?
I was trying to build VIP status, you know.
I guess that's the market here you want anyways.
I don't want to just be like everybody else, you know, just like, okay, you're bringing girls, you're bringing clients, you know. No, I needed to take it a step further, you know. I needed to meet what drove me to get past that point was the celebrities, you know. I was like, fuck it, everybody wants to be with celebrities, you know. I mean, look at Dave. You know, that was one of his major things that he took upon notice. You know, that the celebrities is what makes the world go.
So, is that something that you really wanted to do to differentiate yourself from other promoters or other hosts?
Correct.
And who was the first big celebrity you got connected with?
Man, I don't know. Maybe like I said, maybe Scott Storch. You know, Scott Storch was just an individual that was obviously like one of the best producers ever, and he was connected to so many celebs, you know, like up and coming, you know, and that's even better when you get someone up and coming, you know. When you build that relationship from day zero, it's even better, you know.
For sure.
I want to talk more about your relationship with Dave, because I think you guys have something special too, right? So when did you guys first meet? How was that like, and how did it take off?
Dave was working at the same club that I was working at. It was Mansion. He might have been the director of marketing or something. He was inspiring to me even back then, you know, even when I first met him, because he was the one bringing the Will Ferrells, the Paris Hiltons, you know. And I was like, damn, you know, I was like, this guy's, I've always called him Midas, you know, every time he touches turns into gold, you know. And we weren't close in the beginning, you know, because he was more of an office guy, you know, I was more of a nightlife guy, you know, but I wanted to learn from him, you know, so I got closer and closer to him. Even when he started a new project, I started working for that club that he went to, you know. Not because I was following him, it was because it was a big club too, and I was a free agent.
Okay.
And I was able to work there too. So, and even after that, you know, I would catch up with him, you know, because staying close with someone that smart, you know, it's smart itself, you know. And I wanted to learn from him, and he hit me up. He'd be like, come to the office, we'd catch up, you know, and thankfully one day he got offered Live, and he offered it to me too, you know.
Wow. For anybody who's never met Dave in person, how would you describe him?
The funniest guy in the world.
He is hilarious.
Oh my God.
Man, when we went to go do the pod with him at his condo, we walked in and he was just on the phones going crazy. And I'm like, dude, this guy he's
the real deal. You could tell right away.
He's a real deal. Yeah. He's like on the phone with Kim, this person, that person. I'm like, holy fuck.
Closing deals and
crazy.
So when you say he kind of took over Live and brought you, what does that mean? He brought you? Like, what was your role there?
He wanted me to put up a team together to help fill up the place, you know? And
at that point you were established pretty much.
Right.
Yeah.
at first, you know, it was I was a free agent, which meant that I was working for almost like every different club in Miami Beach. You know, the day that he offered me, I came back the next day, and he put a number on the table, and I quit everything. You know.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
It's like the Wolf of Wall Street vibe.
Yeah, I love that.
Show me the check right now. I'll quit my job.
It was something like that. You know, I literally quit right away, and I was like, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I believed it. I believed in this vision. I believed that we could do something, you know, and here we are, you know, almost 14, 15 years later, you know, one of the best clubs in the world, you know, and
Fuck yeah.
it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy just because of the fact that there was the cutoff point for clubs was 23 in Collins, which was Mokai. Anything after that, it's like, there's no man's territory, you know, it's just like, even when my first meeting at the Fountain Blue, I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? You know, this 1950 hotel, you know?
Yeah.
Thankfully, they opened up so big. They opened up the renovated part of the Fountain Blue along with the new club. And obviously we set the bar so high. We opened up with the Victoria's Secret fashion show, the only one that's ever been in Miami, you know?
That's crazy.
And you have 100 celebrities that day that come and check out the new club. And again, Dave was a fucking king about putting that together, because now the publicity that we got from that was world known, you know. It was all over the world, you know, and it was just, and that's when I came into work, you know, and that's when I put the group of guys that I put together back then was just to.
Well, it's funny you say that too, like the 100 celebrities for the opening, because we just seen Gecko.
Oh no, it was I call it it felt like a movie premiere.
Yeah,
it reminded me of I forgot what the movie was.
Red carpet rolled out, every celebrity you could think of.
Yeah.
It's just insane to see. I'm curious, at what point do you kind of say, like, you look at where you're at and see what's going on, and you go, like, fuck, I made it. Like, I actually made it. Is there a certain point?
I don't think so. Not right now, but
no,
just because, you know, the more you make it, the more you want, you know. So I don't feel that way yet, you know. But
in terms of, and if you can speak about it, is there any, like, have you stepped into ownership in any of these spots, or do you keep your hands kind of out of that pie?
I'm part of the upper management. I'm part of the executive department now, which means that I pretty much get to help and run everything, you know.
So you're part of.
I'm an extension of Dave, you know.
That's sick.
Okay.
What do you think Dave saw in you at the beginning? Do you think he saw something in you where he's like, I want this kid around me. I want to work with this guy.
Like I said, you know, I was pretty much one of the only ones, or one of the few that kept in contact with him, you know. And he saw that I was. I'm sure he saw how driven I was, how much of a hard worker I was, you know. And I think he took notice of that, you know. And and thankfully he gave me that opportunity.
Would you,
know?
like, is owning a club ever something that you wanted to do?
Well, yeah, that's exactly where Dave and I are going to. You know, Dave eventually is gonna make me a partner or something. You know,
that's huge. Bro.
Dave's never ever to this day has ever forgotten about me about any deal. You know,
that's amazing.
And
so are you
loyalty? Some loyalty there.
Loyalty gets you places. You know I've had his back. He's had my back, and here we are. You know,
and do you move the same way? Let's say, like, the team that you were building at a younger age with the promoters. Do you have those guys around you still?
Yeah, of course. Some of those guys I've moved up, you know, to whatever I was doing back then, they're doing it now, you know?
Yeah.
That's like taking care of everybody from the ground up. I'm curious. Obviously, dude, like, you've been with the fucking biggest stars on the planet. Everything from athletes to movie stars, whatever.
Models, everything. Bro.
It's insane. Like, you see guys like Neymar and Pogba who are like,
Kanye.
to me, like, it's just insane. Was there anyone where you were like, holy fuck, I can't believe I'm in the room with this person, or I can't believe I'm getting this guy a table?
Fuck, you're gonna laugh when you think it was. I'm thinking of another one, but I remember a few years ago, I'm a big The Office.
Yeah.
The show The Office.
Yeah.
BJ Novak, he's also a writer.
Oh my God.
I met him and I went nuts.
That's crazy. Out of everybody.
Everything's so. I've met so many of these people, you know. I'm not even jaded by it anymore.
Yeah, which is crazy. That's insane.
Yeah, I'm thinking of another one that I just saw recently. I texted my girl and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm with her." She's like, "Really, him?" I'm like, "Yeah." Ah, fuck.
I'm curious. I gotta ask Neymar in person. What's he like? Because that guy, like, dude, I'm a huge soccer fan. Watch him all the time. So I'm curious.
One of the fucking nicest guys I've ever met.
Really?
And he reached out to me.
Okay.
Wow.
Most of the soccer players love my Instagram. I'm not gonna say any names, but they love, and most of them have families or whatever. You know, they just like what I post. You know, because they can't do it, so they live through me. But yeah, Neymar is a fucking outstanding guy, man. Fucking guy. Crazy story. I'm in Europe with my girlfriend 2 or 3 years ago, and I was in Madrid. And I'm reading the newspaper. I didn't see what time it was because I was caught up in like other time zone, and it said Real Madrid versus Barcelona or something like that. I was like, oh, perfect. Let me hit up Neymar. Oh, sorry, PSG.
Yeah,
PSG. Real Madrid versus PSG. Let me hit up Neymar. No, sorry, Karim Benzema. I was closer to Benzema than I was to Neymar back then.
Wow.
Okay.
And then I go to the guy. When's the game? She's like, no, that I forgot that it was in Spanish. Or was it it was in Spanish. So I didn't realize that the game had already ended.
Okay.
And I was like, fuck, I really wanted to go to this, you know? It was a Champions League game. I didn't know much about soccer, but turns out the Champions League is like a Super Bowl.
Yeah, dude, it's massive.
Yes.
Which means that most of these players fly their families out, but they also have to buy their tickets for their family.
Oh, shit.
Just like Super Bowl. When Super Bowl, the players have to buy the Super Bowl ticket at cost.
Okay. I didn't know that. Yeah.
And I hit up Benzema. He said he didn't say no right away, but he said, "Oh no, but there was a game in Paris the next day." So I go to my girl, "Yo, let's go to Paris." You know, 1.5 hours away. Let's just go to Paris and catch the game tomorrow. But she goes, "Get a ticket first." I mean, so we're not going there for because we've been to Paris plenty of times. And Benzema said maybe. Then I asked James Rodriguez from Colombia.
Yeah.
Super close with him. Again, he said maybe. I wasn't close to Neymar, but I DM'd him, and I go, "Can I get 2 tickets? Can I come see you at the game tomorrow?" He goes, "How many do you need?" And I said, "Just a pair." And he goes, "Done. Give me your name and your email." Like that, no question. Again, Neymar runs Paris.
Yeah. That's crazy.
When I went to the game, you have the owner's box and then you have Neymar's box.
That's insane. That's insane. So in turn, when he's here,
and at the end of the story was we get to Paris, I land. Benzema texts me 2 tickets, and James Rodriguez texted me 2 tickets. So now I have 6 tickets for Champions League.
That's insane, which is like unheard of.
Yeah, so I ended up hooking up the guy that I got the Airbnb with.
Okay,
it was like static, you know,
Yeah, no shit.
all these people cares about soccer, you know. I honestly didn't know that Champions League was that big of a deal.
No, it's huge.
Oh my God,
It's like the World
massive,
Cup.
bro.
Especially Real Madrid versus PSG.
Huge.
And holy fucking shit, what an energy.
Yes.
What an energy of a fucking game.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And I was so happy that I was on the PSG side because the goalkeeper for PSG is Keylor Navas from Costa Rica.
Yeah. He's from your country. Yeah. Hometown
So-
boy. Okay. And when those guys come here, obviously in turn, you just fucking.
I do everything.
What's like if someone hits you up and they're like, "Yo, I'm coming." What's the process now?
And like, what are they requesting?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, if whatever they request, I gotta make it. You know?
Everything,
Yeah.
anything,
Make it.
cars, hotels.
Cars, hotels, you know.
Yachts.
I turn like into like a concierge for them, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't like to use that term, but fuck it, you know. It's
For them, you can use it. Fuck it.
for them. I could use it, you know.
Is there anything crazy that someone's asked you for before?
No, honestly, it's always been simple, you know. Like maybe one time they asked for like I think it was a bachelor party. They wanted midgets, you know, and like that's just everywhere, you know.
I was gonna say, how do you make that happen? Like, that's fun.
Believe it or not, it's just I think they ask that everywhere.
And then okay, so like I've seen you do like I don't know if you're hosting other events or anything like that. Like when you go to stuff like F1, because I saw you went to F1. You're with Future LeBron, like fucking insane. Like, are you going there and you're hosting, or are you just going there to have some fun?
Well, we activate stuff within Formula One, which means that we ended up having our own like paddle club, you know, and we just branded Live, you know, I think we ended up using like our restaurant brands, you know, like Komodo, you know, and yeah, but Dave ended up bringing up Matt Damon, which is fucking stupid.
That's
you know,
not-
like
that's
you're
crazy.
there watching the Formula One with Matt Damon. You know, Alex Rodriguez. You
Crazy,
know,
bro.
and but yeah, anything like Super Bowls
Yeah.
or finals. You know, like we try to activate as much as stuff possible just to have our brand name out there, you
Okay.
know, and that's something that we're continually doing, you know, even
Like
till
you guys
now.
did the Black Tape project too. Like that was something. Were you part of that?
I that's my friend Joel.
Okay.
Been friends with him for almost 15
So
years.
he runs that.
Yeah, super inspiring what he's done, you know. Fucking guy told me 12 years ago I'm gonna tape girls. I'm like, you're an idiot.
Wow. and now he's walking.
And now it's
taping girls.
fucking taping girls and he's making money,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and it's a fucking cool thing, you
Yeah.
know. And a lot of people have copied him, you know.
Yeah.
What's good, boys? Just smashed a heavy leg day workout. I was fucking just snapping with the deadlifts, going crazy. Got trainer Delph here. Yo, Delph, listen, I got a question for you. What do I take before I work out? You already know what it is. Full send pre, all right? This shit keeps me going. I would have never hit 300 on the dead today if I didn't have the full send pre, all right? Yo, Delph, what am I taking after? Boom. Full send protein. All right, guys, listen. If you want to get jacked like me, and I'm not even that jacked yet, but we'll come back to that. MBH15 supplements.co, 50% off your order. Do not miss out. Let's get back to this episode.
What do you think? Like when you're doing those like one-off parties and stuff like that, what's your role in that?
It depends, you know,
Okay.
because like again, I'm an extension of Dave,
Yeah.
you know. So most of the times the one-off parties like are for our company, you know.
Okay. Corporate parties, stuff like that.
Yeah. Like there's a lot of brands and a lot of companies that ask specifically for me, you know,
Wow.
because they know what they're gonna get, you know.
Yeah.
And anything else like if I go to like Cali or Toronto, you know, then it's just like on me, you know, just to have fun, you know.
Yeah. How important do you think has social media been for you to like showcase that part of you so that when people come, they already know?
No, obviously, you know where we are right now
Yeah.
with social media, you know. Social media is no joke right now, you know. One thing that I suck at is TikTok, and that's like
Yeah, me too, bro.
I don't know how to edit. I don't know how to.
You work with a team, like you have people around you that help you.
Of course, they help me.
I was
They're
gonna
like an
say,
old
bro.
man.
Yeah,
Like
when
help
did
me
you?
edit this.
Yeah. When did you kind of start building that team around you?
Well, again, that was another thing that the company is growing so fast. You know, back in the days, it was me who was literally the whole marketing and social media guy. Like
Wow.
I was the one doing the. I became a social media. I became a marketing guy. I was a photographer for Live.
Graphic designer.
I
everything.
everything. You know, at one point, you know. We went from having 10, 12 guys at the office to right now we're probably still we're hiring somebody right now, you know.
Yeah.
At
Yeah,
the
I think
office.
Dave says what 300 people or something.
I've never seen the company grow so fast, you know.
Yeah.
You actually mentioned you're doing all these different things. I see you've been DJing recently.
Right, this was a Dave Grutman idea.
Okay, I was gonna
When
say,
did you,
what
when did you
happened?
start that?
And right during the pandemic.
Yeah. Was that
and-
because like you had more time with the clubs being shut down for a bit or?
correct?
Okay.
We'll get to the Dave part first, but turns out that I realized that I've been wanting to do this for the past decade, you know.
Wow.
Okay.
I've been always into music. My mom is like, it's funny that you started DJing because you used to record yourself singing back in the day with
Really?
the tapes. Yeah, they probably suck. But
You're gonna send us those. We can pop.
I
them
don't
in
even know
the
where they
episode.
are, and if I find them, I'm burning them. I used to listen to the Power Love Hour, and then I used to like sing in the background.
Oh,
I don't even know
dope,
why
bro.
I'm saying this.
That's part of the documentary, though, bro. Come on.
and yeah, you know, being behind the beat. So my setup was always I'm an extension of Dave. So wherever Dave was, I was, you know.
Okay.
So Dave's always, he's like the captain of the ship, you know. So he's
Who's steering it?
he's steering it from the DJ booth, you know. And I used to be really right behind it, you know. And I've always watched the biggest names of the music industry, and then I was always like just making people so happy from music. I was like just from dancing and pushing buttons, you know. But it's beyond pushing buttons, because now that I DJ is literally the hardest shit ever, you know.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, are you teaching yourself?
I self-taught myself.
Wow.
I self-taught myself. I had finally the COVID happened, unfortunately and fortunately, and that's where I had all the time in the world to learn how to DJ, you know.
Damn.
I bought I I bought a USB and I started Shazamming. I went to so many COVID parties, underground parties, that I was Shazamming all the songs that people were like,
going off to,
the drop, you know? And then I ended up making up my own playlist. And because being me, who I was, and I will go to a COVID party and I will tell the guys, like, I want to DJ.
And they're like, yeah.
And like, they'll freak out. Can you? Yeah. But I didn't know, you know? And I'm not going to say his name, but one time I'm at this warehouse party and the guys were so fucking ecstatic that I was there with my whole crew that it was a no table party, but they literally made a table for me. They made a table for me and my crew. And then I told the guys, act like my tour manager. His name is Blake. And I go, and he's actually a tour manager for Charlie Jordan, Mala, and a bunch of guys. And then I go tell the guys of the party that I want to DJ. And the guy who was DJing is actually a big known DJ here in Miami.
Oh shit.
And locally. Okay. And the guy was like, it'll be our honor. And I'm like, and I'm freaking out because I don't know what the fuck I was gonna do, you know?
Well, that's what I was gonna say, because usually, like, when someone tries to rebrand themselves or like reposition themselves, they might get even some heat. Like, it might even be a negative thing sometimes. But I guess you had such a good reputation,
that
they're like, do anything you want. Come in the club, do whatever you want.
Yeah. So when you DJ, you got to learn how to transition, because you want to smooth out the last song into the new one, you know, so you don't hear. So you're not bringing the crowd down, you know.
Okay.
I get on and I'm just press play. I wait till the song ends and I press play. And the other one, the guy who was DJing before me is fucking pissed off. He's like, but the crowd is loving it. They're on Instagram. I took away his thunder, you know. I'm friends with the guy now, and I paid back. I booked them a couple times at our venue. So, and great guy.
But this was Dave's idea. You said, like,
so I'm getting to that, and doing so many fucking parties, I was like, I was learning on my own, you know. Yeah. I was watching a lot of YouTube videos for sure, and I asked a million questions to so many of my friends, DJ friends, that I got the hang of it, you know. And then Dave got word of it, you know.
Well, you didn't even tell him at first. You were just doing it, learning, whatever.
This is Dave's city. He hears everything. He sees everything. He hears everything. True. Fucking guy doesn't miss a thing. We opened up Strawberry Moon. We ended up having problems with the sound because of the city. It's too loud. We're on the 3rd floor rooftop. Our neighbors don't like it. And the guys that we were booking were Alesso, Marshmello, Steve Aoki, Black Coffee. Guys that you need that volume all the way up for their fans. You know, they're selling like 800,000 tickets. You know, these people are coming to see them. And if you don't have any sound, it's a bad name for them. It's a bad name for us.
Yeah.
You know, we came in terms with the city of a certain decibel level for sound, and obviously we called it quits with the big talent. And Dave was like, the next big thing is, let's put you're a celebrity, you're a local celebrity, girls love you, people are coming, they're gonna come to see you, and I piggyback of an event that we had. I think Black Coffee. He had already sold some tickets, but then we had enough time to get my name out for the flyer, and I sold a fair share of tickets. And my first big show, I crushed it. It was the 4th of July weekend, you know.
You got the transitions right during that show?
I got the transitions great.
How was that though? Like, what kind of like experience did you have? What was going through your head, man?
Oh my God, I loved it.
Yeah,
I loved it. Again, just seeing people, even if one person tells me at the end of the set that, like, wow, you crushed it, that make me, and just seeing one person dance, you know, you did something good.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
There's always gonna be someone, a hater, you know, or whatever, you know, and no, but we crushed it. You know, now that happened almost a year ago, you know, and now I have that weekly Saturday party, you know, where it's doing.
Oh, that's
great.
your residency now.
Yeah, that's my residency.
Oh, we gotta come out there.
Yeah,
Yo, but I saw also like you've been doing some festivals too.
Right.
EDC.
Again,
Ultra?
I was just getting to that when I said the word haters. You know, I get all these DMs of like you don't deserve to be there. Then they'll tag their local DJ like he deserves to be there. I'm like, motherfucker, I've been doing this for 20 years.
Yeah, like they don't know what I've done.
I built my network. I built my contact to where I'm at now. So yeah, I deserve to be there. You know?
Yeah.
because I'm getting the opportunity from the people that are putting up the festivals, themselves, because I've been so close to them, so obviously they're gonna give me the chance,
People you broke your back for over
Yeah,
the years. Yeah. No, but those are just haters, bro. You can't even take. Those are people doing nothing, bro.
Yeah.
You can't take that shit serious.
No.
How were the festivals? How was that experience?
I mean, think about it. Just the first year that I became a DJ, I did Ultra, I did
Jesus
and I did
Christ.
EDC.
That's why the haters.
I did EDC, and I did a bunch of Coachella parties.
You have a favorite one that you've done?
Both Ultra and EDC.
Yeah.
They're
So you do a lot of house music?
It's only house.
Only house.
Yeah.
Only house. That's always been my passion. Always been my go-to when
Was there any like DJs that you looked up to and tried to learn a few
you
things?
name them all. The Afrojacks.
Yeah.
The one that my kind of music is the Afro beats.
Dope.
Not the but the dance one though, like Black Coffee,
Yeah.
Guy Gerber, Jamie Jones, those are the guys that I want to be, that I want to learn from, even Black Coffee, one of his last sets from last year, he found out that I was DJing, and when we're in the green room, he goes, "Watch what I do tonight," and I paid attention to what he did,
Yeah.
I'm curious for anybody who wants to come to Miami or is from Miami and wants to get into this scene. What advice would you give them?
Go out a lot, and then
Yeah.
we get a lot of these kids that are coming up from Chicago, even Toronto, that they want to work at our clubs, and they always ask me for advice, is go out, again, the only reason I'm here is because I went out so much that I built my network, and you got to sacrifice, I've sacrificed so much, I'm almost 40, and I'm still sacrificing, going out and everything, and obviously, try not to drink as much, try not to be so disrespectful, be humble,
I have to say, sorry, you're very humble, and I'm taking that from this conversation. But there's one thing you keep saying that I'm like, damn, you got to really have no ego to talk like this. You keep saying I'm an extension of Dave, and like, I mean, yeah, Dave is a monster, so
Yeah.
it's not really that hard to say that. But like, it seems like you have no ego.
No.
I don't think you can though, to be honest, in this.
I'm just saying, like,
I've had it before though.
yeah.
I've had
I was
it
gonna say,
before.
how did
Did you
you
have
get to
sometimes
this
where you
point?
snap out
I
of
got
it?
lucky enough that I had people that cared about me and they put me in my place.
Yeah.
But I became successful way too quick.
Yeah.
Not way too quick, but I became very up there, and my head was.
Yeah, it was
Huge,
huge. Blown up.
I got to the point that I started getting I started hearing people saying that, oh, he's intimidating, and I was very intimidating. I was in this industry. We have people that are they're the yeses and nos. And I was the no guy. You come to me for anything. I'll tell you no. Whether it was like to get an extra comm, to let a girl to let someone of a cousin or something in. I was always that dickhead. That always said no. And you need guys like that,
Yeah.
But I think I took it way too far, I never pissed off anyone off that bad, but it was getting to a point that thankfully, like, someone put me in my place, like, yo, listen, we love you, dude, but you gotta chill out,
Yeah.
like girls are like intimidated by you, and that's not good, especially in our line of work, like you don't want hot girls to be intimidated by you.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta be
Like
welcoming.
sometimes it was good, because some girls were like intimidated in a good way,
But they
like,
wanted to know more. Yeah.
yeah, but no, I took it down all the way
Yeah.
down.
You seem super
I
fucking
know.
humble, bro. No ego. So good job. Yeah, you did it right.
So
Yeah.
now are you like balancing, I guess, the nightlife with the DJing? Like, how's that working now?
Yeah, I don't want to take it that serious yet.
Okay. I mean, you're
Because-
playing at crazy festivals and shit.
Right, right.
That's serious.
The next step will be to make music, and
Beautiful.
once I do that, it's over
Yeah.
because of my
Bro, your network is
my
crazy.
network. It's I didn't. Hopefully, like, if everything turns out the right way, hey, Bad Bunny, I want to make a song. Hey,
Wow.
Drake, I want to make a song.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, you do a song with Drake, bro? We're gonna go off, bro.
all I need is one.
Yeah.
You're close with J Balvin, though, right?
My God, I love that guy, Jose. Yeah,
Wow. Like, how long have you known him?
that's another guy. Oh, for years, for maybe like 5-6 years.
Wow.
And that's another guy who you gotta look up to. That guy is fucking the definition of humble, you know?
Yeah.
You know, every the way he keeps his family is the same way I do, you know?
Yeah.
How'd you guys meet?
We've met through a mutual friend from Miami, you know?
Okay.
And he was already, obviously he's always been big, you know, but he was just skyrocketing when I first met him, you know. He was super nice to me, you know, and we followed each other on Instagram and we kept in contact a lot. I've gone to see him play a bunch of times, you know. I even wore his shirt on my face, you know, and I'm there like a little girl, and he's pointing at me and I'm pointing at him. like we had a big bromance one time.
How does it feel to have like bonds with these huge celebrities, bro?
You got to be yourself.
Yeah,
you know? You every time I hang out with someone new, and then especially during season, I'm like, yo, listen, you might meet someone, you know, you're gonna see like an A-list around. Just be cool, you know.
Yeah.
And there's been several times, you know, where they haven't, they get all like crazy, they get all groupie, you know, and that's another thing that Dave's taught me, you know, that celebrities are very important, you know. You got to make them feel at home. Some of these celebrities are coming to us because they feel safe.
Yeah.
Right? What does that mean? Bella Hadid, Justin Bieber, they want to be in a skybox. They don't want to be announced. They're just there. We make sure that nobody. If they want to go ahead and tell people that they're there, obviously up to them.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But most of the times we're so close to these people that you'll never know they're there. You know.
Yeah.
You know, they're there behind the DJ booth. They might not even be in the club. You know, they might be in the back of the house. You know, just having a drink. You know.
Yeah.
And we make sure that they get in their cars safe through different entrances, you know, and that's what keeps all these relationships going, you know.
What do you think is like the biggest thing you've learned with working with all these celebrities, or like, you know, realized maybe
like that? Don't act like a groupie, you
Just
know.
be cool.
and stay away from asking them for businesses, you know.
Yeah.
For anything like there's been, I think Dave said it before, you know, like he almost lost a relationship with Kim. Something happened that he tried to get her involved, you know, and then the guy ended up being a scam. I don't know the story, but you know, my DMs are full of like, get me this person,
Of course.
I'll give you this a month, you know,
course.
or make me an introduction, you know. But then once I do that, then that celebrity is not gonna hit me up anymore.
I know.
Yeah.
You know,
Because they just found out that
It's
you're just
just-
like everyone else.
it's just not worth it, you know. Not worth it to lose that relationship, you know,
Yeah.
for that little money, you know.
Do you find being in the position you're in, it's hard to like find people that are genuine versus people that are just trying to use you?
Oh no, it's a both. It's a two-street way, you know.
Yeah.
They use me, I use them, you know.
There you go.
So
Yeah. We used to say that too, no, about
Yeah.
just promoting way smaller scale, but everyone's like, aren't you mad? Like people are just using you. I'm like, I'm making money. Like that's my job. Use me.
yeah,
Yeah.
I say it all the time. Still,
Yeah.
use me.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you don't use me, then who am I?
Yeah.
I gotta stay relevant.
I'm
Yeah.
here for that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for.
I'm not a promoter. I haven't been in 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, call me.
Yeah.
Call me. You know, like, what if you don't call me? What if people stop calling me?
That's
Yeah.
true. That's even
Then-
worse.
You know, then it's over. You know,
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen.
What would, like what's in terms of nightlife? I want to go back for a second because I think that industry is so unique because you can grow so fast. What do you think was one of the biggest challenges of that industry for you? And also like one of the biggest things you've learned from that industry?
From what? From nightlife?
From just nightlife, yeah. As a whole.
Oh no, easily staying humble.
Yeah.
Because seeing all this glamorous, seeing all this money, making so much money
Yeah.
at the same time fast, you know, then I couldn't forget where I came from, you know. And yeah, I wanted to catch up with the trends, and I wanted to impress girls, you know, but I was always myself, you know.
Yeah. I think
What's
that's
what's
important.
it like being? Because you said my girl before. What's it like being in a relationship and in this industry? Is it tough?
The hardest.
Yeah, I was gonna
say.
for them, not for me.
It's facts though.
Every girl I've dated is like I give them props, you know. Like
Yeah.
if I ever win the lotto, I'm sending them millions.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
because of all the shit that I put them through. You
That's
know?
that's what I'm saying. Like obviously, regardless you drink or not or whatever, just being out all the time around these
You're in that
beautiful
environment.
women.
No, listen.
like-
Again, you know, it's it's the persona that I have to play sometimes, you know. In social media, I might be one person, but behind closed doors, I'm someone else, you know.
Yeah.
But sometimes the girl might get that, sometimes she might not, you know.
Yeah.
But you have to prove it to them, you know. You have to. Now that I'm a little more mature, you know, just communication helps, you know. If you let them know where you are, if you tell them everything then they leave you alone, you know.
Yeah. Is there an aspect of like you try to keep something like some parts of your life off Instagram, off social media?
Oh yeah, definitely. I try to keep my family off Instagram, you know. I don't even follow like a lot of my close family just because I don't want them to like, I don't know, you know.
But they know what you do, obviously.
Of course.
Yeah, but there's an aspect of like with the way you live, your job, you're so out there. Like
I know,
I'm sure you want some privacy, right?
No, but I've toned it down just because too many crazies out there, you know.
Yeah,
so you don't want to post all the time, you know. I used to post everything, you know. But no, yeah, I definitely like I'm one of those guys that goes to the movies by themselves, you know.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I go to.
No, we'll come with you, bro. It's all good. We'll come, bro.
The whole point is that I want to be alone.
Yeah,
come on, bro.
I feel you.
Yeah, and it, you know, there's even the little fame that I got, it gets to me sometimes. Like fuck, like I wish people didn't know me, you know.
Yeah.
Like a couple years ago, I went skydiving like far as shit from here, you know.
Yeah.
And the girl who booked me ended up knowing who I was, you know. And I was like, even at the movies, you know, it's like, and I'm humbled by it, and I'm thankful for it, you know. Without the fans, you know, it's crazy to me that you want to take pictures with me, you know.
Yeah.
Great people, they're shaking sometimes, you know.
Crazy, bro.
Crazy. Yeah, yesterday, and they don't leave you at the Heat games, you know. I'm courtside next to the players. The one girl that I took on a date, she's like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Yeah.
And she got an anxiety attack because of so many people were taking pictures of me. She saw NBA players say hi to me, and she didn't know who the fuck I was. She came from like a part of Brazil that's never seen any of the stuff like that. She in the middle of the game, she was hyperventilating because she was like, "Who are you? Who are you?"
I'm Purple Miami.
I'm Purple Miami. But no, sometimes you need the quietness. You know?
How do you stay grounded? Like besides the alone time, is there something you do to like stay grounded? Like chat with your family, maybe, or like
I'm very close to my family. Working out, I'm obsessed with staying healthy. You know.
Yeah.
In 2019, I did 6 marathons and
You
5
cycle as well?
triathlons, and I've cycled a lot.
Damn.
I've done like crazy shit you can imagine. I've done century rides, which means 100 miles in a single ride. You know.
Holy.
Yeah,
How long does that take, bro?
5 hours.
Oh my god.
That was the last time I rode bike a year ago, October. It was for a charity thing for Best Buddies. I'm part of their cycling team. It was 100 miles in Boston, but it was till this day it was the hardest ride I've ever been to because of the elevation. I did equivalent to 5,000 to 6,000 feet of elevation. I lost the pack in the first 15 miles. So I did 75 miles by myself almost.
Damn.
Because of the hills that we were doing. I didn't train for it.
Yeah.
And I lost the pack. You want to stay with the pack. If you're in the pack, you're cruising.
Okay.
You have no headwind. Once you're alone, you have headwind, crosswinds. You know, you want backwinds because then that pushes you.
Yeah.
But there were no backwinds, you know. And it was hard. It was tough.
It must have been in your head for 75
miles. Oh my god,
miles.
75 miles just talking to myself.
When did you get
quit.
into like doing that?
My friend, Mr. Miami.
Dope. Shout out Mr. Miami.
Yeah.
He was so inspiring in the way that he wanted to lose weight, and he was so disciplined about it that he signed up for the Miami Marathon, the full one, and I surprised him by signing up for a marathon, and I was like, this can't be hard.
Yeah.
I like running. and I'm like, all I have to do is run. What's so hard about that?
Yeah.
I swear to God, I've never even ran more than 5 miles or
You didn't train for it or anything?
No,
You just pulled
nothing. I just pulled up on
And
no
did
sleep.
And did it?
And I did a full marathon.
Holy
I did the first 10 miles. We did it as a group. It was like a big group of us. I did the first 10 miles cruising. I was so far that I had to like I had to stop, but shake, like jog,
Yeah.
because I was bored, so I wanted to catch up with the pack. We get to the half marathon point where you could just finish the half marathon or keep going. So I kept going. Mile 15, I crashed. The next 7 miles or 8 miles, I was so hurt from my two legs, because I've never done anything like that.
Yeah.
That I walked, ran the whole 7 miles left.
Damn.
Because I was so in pain, and I'm an idiot. I ran with off-white Zooms or something like that. I wanted one color each, one pink, one, because I was thinking of the picture.
The pictures when you're running, right? At the end.
And turns out that's the most single important thing, your shoes.
The shoes, yeah.
Did you get the picture though?
I did get the picture, but I was in pain.
It's such a like curveball, because like you see your IG and you're just like in the clubs and the festivals and stuff, and then you're just doing a marathon, 100-mile marathon.
Yeah. They call me the magician because, again, I've done most of these events on no sleep. What it means is that one story could be me at live. And then the 7 a.m. I'm at the start line of a marathon. It's like, how the fuck do you do it?
So how you doing it though? That's what I gotta ask.
The adrenaline. The fucking fact that I'm running with 1,000 people, and then that fucking medal, I just want it.
Yeah.
The first one I got, I was obsessed. I went to I Run Miami, where it's all about running shoes. The guy records you running on a treadmill, and then watches you run outside. He's a marathoner, and then he goes, "These are your shoes."
Wow.
And then I did a trial run with them. We did a 6-mile run that same day. I felt like I was running on clouds.
Changes everything.
It changed everything. I wasn't sore. I didn't feel like I ran 6 miles. And then I signed up for the half marathon the next month. My goal was to do it under 2 hours and 20 minutes. I did it under 2 hours.
Wow.
Because of the fucking shoes.
So this guy just looked at you running, and he's like, okay, this is the pair you need.
Yeah. He sees, and then they record you on an iPad, and they see how your foot lands.
Yeah.
And he knows what shoes what you get. And
that's the kind of service you're getting out here in Miami.
Yeah.
I'm curious, is there anything that you haven't done that you'd like to do? Because I mean, like, it seems like you've done a lot of fucking things.
Oh my God.
Or like, what haven't you done to begin with, bro? Like,
yeah, you know what I mean? Like, just whether it be in sports and life and work.
Yeah,
and,
I definitely want to
business.
do an Ironman,
Okay.
That is something psychotic.
that's crazy.
Yes.
I could already picture it. Purple Miami Desire.
A half Ironman, which means almost a mile swim, I think.
Okay.
And either a 100 or 75-mile bike ride, and then a half marathon.
Oh my God.
A full Ironman is double that. So
that's like a full day.
Yeah,
Jesus
12
Christ.
hours. Something.
So you're prepping for are you gonna prep for that?
No,
or like,
I'm not prepping.
yet?
The last thing I did was that 100-mile bike ride, which fucking killed me.
Yeah. You got
Oh no, then I
coming,
did a
though?
marathon this year.
You got anything coming up like in the near future though?
No, again, we're opening so many places.
Yeah.
We're opening, and I'm thinking about my future right now. I'm still training just to stay healthy, but that takes up a lot of your time,
Of course.
And I still have a lot of time, my age group, the 35 and up, like that's just like the second tier. The fastest people were the 50-year-olds,
Yeah.
like the people that were running, swimming, and biking faster than me were all guys with gray hairs.
They've been doing it forever, right?
Yeah, that they've been doing it forever, but they got time, They have all the time in the world, the only time I trained was just doing cardio, and it was all like mental, I was talking to myself just to finish,
Yeah.
I didn't care about finishing in first or top 10, just wanted to finish, and get that medal,
Yeah.
It felt good. You guys should try it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know, man.
Sounds
Fuck.
fucking crazy.
In Miami, it's hot as fuck, bro. So I'm not sure.
Exactly, yeah.
But I mean, listen, we have a famous question. We have some questions from our audience, stuff like that. But I'm curious, is there an end goal for you? Is there one thing that you're chasing, like, or is it just, whatever comes?
A purple empire, yeah.
Yeah.
I wanna. I have my own company right now. I have a few people that work support me, and that are on payroll. I have a hookah guy that's on payroll.
On payroll?
Yeah.
You're the first person to have that, bro.
Yeah.
What is that? Okay, hold on. Well, I have to ask. What does that job entail?
He just has to make me a hookah
At any time.
at any time.
Any place, any location. Pull
Any
up.
place, any location.
That's
I was on a
lit,
yacht
bro.
yesterday, Sunday, and he came, and he even brings his own assistant, and
He's getting paid nice. He's getting paid nice.
Julian photographers, I have a
Shout out Julian.
I've helped people, but just like Dave, he helped me get to where I'm at today. For example, there's so many DMs that are like, I want to work for you. I just want to work for free.
Yeah. I want to shadow you. I want to, yeah.
Eventually, I want to let all these people do that for me, because those are the people that you want them to work for you, the hungries,
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of successful people get to that point. They get to a point where they're successful and now they just want to bring up other people.
And exactly,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
where I want to be, and
I
it
think you have all
feels
the
good. It
resources to do
feels
that,
good,
bro.
For example, these photographers that I'm always hanging out with, they've DM'd me so much that I'll vet them, and I'll look to see what they've done,
Yeah.
and then a guy named Rambo right now in LA has his own studio,
Yeah.
and he's done music videos for Future, and just because he hung out with me, Julian right now is doing all these stuff with the Nug Boys and NFL players, and
Crazy.
and he's shot Bad Bunny and Odell Beckham, and he could do so much with this,
Yeah.
and he's pretty successful about it right now,
How does that feel for you, bro? To like,
amazing, just
Yeah.
the fact that I can help somebody, and then I want to help more people,
I like that. A purple empire. We gotta get some like merch or something. That's fucking.
The
You got
sick.
merch
merch
yet?
is coming. No,
That's
man, I
fucking sick.
fucked up, man. I
you gotta get some,
fucked
just
up.
all purple,
I have
bro.
so many ideas too.
Yeah.
A purple empire. Yeah, we need some merch,
So
bro.
you
We
said
need some
you
merch.
said you guys are working on a lot of projects. Can you talk about any of them?
Of course,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
No, we have somewhere around 20 new venues, all hotels, restaurants. In 2023, we want to open up. They're gonna open up the Fontainebleau in Vegas,
Wow.
Live 2.0.
Yes.
That's gonna be
Wow.
that's
So you're
gonna be a
taking
big
talents
one.
outside of Florida now.
Yeah, we're taking our talents outside of Florida. We're doing Komodo in Dallas. We're doing something in the Middle East.
Wow.
I think maybe Qatar, something like that.
So are you playing a part in there where you're gonna have to travel a lot too and
Yeah,
go? Wow.
yeah. That's one thing that it's keeping me away from taking the whole the DJ shit, because I know once I take it serious, I'm gonna get booked everywhere, and
Yeah.
the traveling is fucking. These guys live on airplanes,
Yeah, it's
and
crazy.
I pretty much. There's times where I'm traveling so much, it's exhausting,
Yeah, but we know about those two.
Yeah,
Trust.
So you guys know, and watching all. I've traveled with DJs before. They sleep on planes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If
If they sleep.
if they sleep, it's a tough job,
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
tough life.
We have there's obviously a lot of our audiences like in the creative space and in the media space, in the music space. A lot of them wanted to ask you, like, starting out as a DJ, what's the best way to like kind of get gigs or put themselves out there, being no one? Because like obviously you're getting into the music space, you have the network already, like you have the resources.
I'm going back to the same thing, man.
Yeah.
You guys got to go out. My DMs are getting fucking nuts with this fucking question from DJs.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
get me
yeah.
booked. Or,
Yeah, they're all
give
in
me
there.
advice. Yo, you guys got to go out.
Yeah.
You guys got to go out and make a name of yourself. Doesn't mean that you have to DJ right away, but get to know the people that are running the parties,
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you going to fucking ask me to fucking get you booked from a computer?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's common sense.
So just put themselves out there, get into the club, go say hi to people, go introduce
bro,
yourself.
sacrifice, man. You guys got to go out there, man. You guys got to go out and make some contacts, and meet some people, You guys just can't ask people on Instagram,
I think the
That's-
sacrifice is where people end in. They're just like, fucking never mind.
That's why most of our flyers, when we put that we're hiring servers, bartenders, do not DM. Don't DM.
Yeah.
Come
Go
see
in.
us.
Yeah.
Go in.
Do your part, I did my part.
Yeah.
20 plus years in the game,
Jeez, bro.
Do you believe money buys happiness?
No.
No.
Now,
Okay.
now I've definitely had to see it for myself.
Okay.
Money does not buy happiness. Peace and freedom that's what makes me happy, you know,
Yeah.
and it should for a lot of people, you know, because you can have all the money in the world, you know, but when it comes to having that freedom, you know.
But would you say that money's helped you get a little bit of that freedom?
100%.
Let's go. No, for sure. Maybe it hasn't directly, like a dollar bill isn't necessarily making you happy, but it's probably brought some good things.
But
Yeah.
has that mindset, was that something that evolved over time? Like at the beginning, maybe did you think money was everything, and then as
No, I think where I got to where I'm at is because I've thought of money as second, you know. I really enjoyed what I was doing. I still do, obviously, you know. I always tell myself, like, fuck, man, money. I've never asked for a raise.
Yeah.
Everything that has been given to me or doubled or raised is because I earned it, you know. But I kept that mindset. I told myself the money's there. Where I'm working, there's always gonna be money.
Yeah.
If I work hard, they're gonna take notice, you know, and they're gonna give me what I deserve, you know.
Yeah.
And here I am, you know.
That's huge, man. That is
If-
that's huge.
wanna
Again, I
ask-
can't say that for everybody, you know.
No.
A lot of people have to ask for it, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of, but no, you know, I work for it.
But you know, like where you're around, you're seeing it happen. You're going,
Yeah.
yo, if I put my head down and I just fucking hustle.
I'm in a different bubble, you know. I have people that are asking me for jobs all year round, you know. I can't even imagine what they're going through, you know. But here I am. Where I'm going to, you know, like Vegas, LA, or Miami, New York, and where I'm at, you know, there's people buying $300 dinners,
Yeah.
$1,000, you know, bills, you know, and it's like I'm in a different bubble, you know. So
but that's who you're surrounding yourself with as well.
Yeah.
So if you're looking back on your come up now, is there anything that you would have changed?
No, because I'm happy where I'm at right now, you know, and then I've learned from the past, you know, and if I could go back and tell myself anything, you know, it's just to keep it humble, you know.
Keep it humble.
Yeah.
Facts.
Keep that discipline, you know.
Facts.
Bro, you're a G. I just gotta say that
man.
straight
Yeah,
up.
bro.
Yo, actually, someone asked why you always wear glasses. I'm also interested.
I'm very blind.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, don't you feel like a fucking dick now for asking that?
People always think, again, people think I'm a fucking one. I was born deaf by 1 ear.
Stop.
What?
Yeah, it was hereditary.
Okay.
A lot of people, most of my close friends know that.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm deaf from this year. So
Okay.
when I go like this, it just sounds muted.
Okay.
Sounds like muffled.
Wow.
Okay.
And I've lost. So when sounds are coming from this side, and I never use. So what I didn't start wearing prescription glasses. So everything I wear, like whether it's red shades, yellow, trust me, they're prescription.
Yeah.
I'm blind, legally blind. And think about it. When I used to go outside and help out the door, people are like, fucking Purple's the biggest dickhead. We call him,
Yeah.
he doesn't
He's
listen,
like, oh my god.
and we're waving at him, and
Yeah.
he doesn't see us. Like, I'm fucking
Did you bother
lit.
explaining it or no?
No,
Yeah,
but the people are like, yo, you're a dick. Like, I called you and I try to get your attention. I'm like, I'm blind and deaf.
Damn, you smashed the nightlife industry being blind and deaf, bro. That is crazy, bro. You
Yo,
smashed
you're gonna put that on your bio or something, bro. Your
Blind
IG
and
bio.
So
That's
if you ever
crazy.
see anyone talking to me on this year and in the nightclubs and I'm going like this, I have no idea what they're saying. No, and people do that all the time. I just like let it go. You
Yeah,
know?
it's like just nod in your head. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny, man.
Purple, bro. It's
Yo,
been a
dude.
pleasure, man. Straight up. Yo,
Bro, listen.
this guy's plugged. Okay, this guy's
Holy
plugged.
shit.
You can try and DM him. I don't know if he's gonna answer if you're coming to Miami, but yo, it's been a pleasure, man. Straight
Yes,
up. I know
yes.
you got a crazy ass schedule, so yo, we're in the
Yeah,
fucking Versace Mansion
I
again. I'm
gotta
gonna
say
say
it
it
one more
again.
time. This is
All right,
crazy,
this guy made
bro.
it happen for us.
Crazy.
He didn't even know us, and he just made this happen
it's your
for us, bro.
network, you know. It's
Yeah.
the people that again, like when I told you guys in the beginning, you know, I take care of everybody the same, you know, whether you're a guy down the street or you're a CEO or you're a president, you know, you're gonna get the same respect, you know, because you never know, you know. I've met plenty of celebrities, you know, from the come up. I've met Travis Scott when someone introduced me to Travis Scott before he was Travis Scott, you know.
Crazy,
Travis
man.
Scott came to live with shorts, and there's only a few certain guys that could approve shorts at live, and I'm one of them. And I only did it because of the guy who told me who he was. He deals with a lot of celebs. I didn't want to look back. I let him in.
Yeah.
He ended up getting kicked out because he was smoking too much weed with his friends. But he knew that I had his back. So he gave me his number. And a year happens, it comes this world phenomenon, and we booked them at Story, and it was one of our best performances. And the guy who kicked them out happened to be there at the DJ booth.
Stop.
He got off the DJ booth, and he threw him the mic. He goes, "Remember when you kicked me out? And now I'm here."
Damn.
So you never know, they don't forget,
Yeah.
No, I can attest to that.
You don't forget,
when Kyle connected us, you've been like nothing short of fucking humble, hospitable.
You
taking care of
always
us.
got to treat people with respect.
Yeah.
I've even sealed deals just because people know me,
Yeah.
There's a guy that owns a dealership, and he ended up having a meeting with someone even bigger than him. And he goes, "Purple follows you?" That's how the meeting started.
Damn.
And the guy goes, "Yeah, it's my good friend." Like,
Yeah.
And he said that after that, the deal went great.
That's all it took. Hey, Purple follows you? All right, you're good.
That's all you need.
Damn. Damn.
And that just makes me realize how much of an impact I've made.
Of
course,
With everybody that I treated,
We're gonna make an impact even with this episode, straight up.
Yes,
Bro.
sir. Yes,
Like,
sir.
that's why we wanted you on, because, bro, I think you have a crazy story, and not everyone can see behind the scenes of what you do. Everyone just sees what's on IG and stuff. They don't know the come up. So I appreciate you telling the story, bro. Straight up.
Sure,
Yes,
for
yes.
sure.
Keep crushing it, bro.
Yeah,
Straight
it's been
up.
a
We look
pleasure,
forward
man.
to it. And yo, when you release some tracks, maybe let us know. We're gonna be
Yes.
bumping those.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you need some friends to come with you to any, Champions League games, movies, anything, bro, you just let us
Cycling.
know.
Yeah, we're
Cycling,
there.
marathons, bro, we're in it, bro.
No, I appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's been a pleasure. On that note, we are about to check out from the Versace Mansion. Jay, we out?
We're out.
Let's go.